Hello, madam. How are you? Is my Tripura lunch promised?
Absolutely, as promised. How are you?
Very well. Good to see you in your den. Sushmita Dev had promised me that when I come to Agartala, she will give me the best Tripura lunch.
Absolutely.
Cooked by you or got from...
I'll be very honest. I'm not a great cook. So I've made sure you get the real taste of Tripura food. So I've got someone to help me. But there's Ilish.
There's Ilish.
Yeah. There is mutton made in only green chili. There's a regular dal and our famous aloo bhaja. And this is katila fish which I wanted you to try.
I will try that, but tell me, there's a big debate going on. Who makes the better Ilish? The Bengalis in Kolkata or the Bengalis in Agartala?
I think all Bengalis are good in Ilish March because they grow up with that. So I think to compare it is not fair.
You're being diplomatic. She's a TMC MP after all. So she has to be diplomatic.
The Calcutta and Tripura Connect is the time to talk about it.
We'll talk about the Calcutta and Tripura Connect. Let's go. Little bit of elections, lots of food. Okay, let's go. Attack. We call it attack. You attack the food. Come on, I'll serve you. Since you are made.
First, you're my guest.
I'm a guest. Okay, no. Go ahead. That's the rice.
That's all.
That's all?
Yeah.
अरे तुम लोग politician, you are like your leader यार. ममता बनर्जी भी खाना नहीं खाता है बराबर.
Mamata Didi is a
She hardly eats, yeah.
austere leader.
Austere leader. As I said, lots of food, but a little politics. What's happening with your party? Are you all in the race at all in Tripura or not? Or is it only to get 5% of the vote and thereby strengthen your claims to be a national party?
Well, that's what our critics are trying to sell, that narrative. But I think the counter narrative is, will the left and Congress tie up actually translate into a vote shift? I mean, you saw what happened in Bengal. There's too much of history there. So,
So you are trying to capture the anti-BJP vote, right? You got about what, 16%? Not bad in the civic polls last year.
Yeah.
So you're looking to be not a vote katwa, but are you a vote katwa?
Not at all. In a democracy, everybody has the right to contest an election and look to increase their vote share. But you know what's important, Rajdeep, in the municipal elections, we couldn't step out. Our own candidates couldn't vote for themselves. So the people who got to the booth, the BJP thought of BJP voters, but they voted for us. That's how we got the 16-17.
You're saying the BJP was not allowing non-BJP voters to come out?
Yes. So whatever they thought, they allowed, thinking this is our voters going out. They are the people who gave us votes in the municipal elections.
But isn't the fact, Sushmita, that with you contesting, that is the TMC and the Congress left, that opposition vote is going to get divided? BJP on one side, opposition on the other. I mean, this charge has been made against Mamata Banerjee that, she's only dividing the opposition vote at the moment in states outside Bengal.
See, I'll tell you, Rajdeep, Mamata Ji fought her toughest election in 21. You're witness to that, right? Because BJP was saying 200 par. That time the left and the Congress tied up and gave a candidate in every seat. But have you ever heard Mamata Ji saying anywhere that you came to cut my votes? No. So what right have you got to question her now? She fought her toughest election. You could have easily, strategically not given candidates in every seat. But left and Congress did it. But till today I have not heard the Chief Minister of Bengal ever saying that the left and Congress came to Bengal to cut my votes.
Arey, wo raat gayi, baat gayi na. In Tripura, every state is different from each other. So the question is, in Tripura itself, are you all do you believe that the Bengali Hindu of West Bengal will also vote for you here? It doesn't happen like that, right? Yeah. It's not so easy.
You're right. And I'll also tell you this. In the last 2018 election, when BJP suddenly swept to power, it's the non-left vote that went to them, right? Because the difference was very small between left and BJP. So now, people who don't want the BJP are left with no choice but to go to the left. The only new option is Trinamool. So I'm sorry, we come with a new vision. There's a new option here.
You're saying that, but critics will say that the Trinamool itself image has taken a lot of beating. Few of your senior ministers in Bengal arrested. Cash found in their homes. That Mamata Banerjee is not as strong today as she was in 2021.
See, I'll tell you something. There are ups and downs in politics. We've seen Mrs. Gandhi being hauled to the ED. We've seen Rahul Gandhi ji being hauled to the ED. We've seen DK Shiv Kumar being hauled to the ED. So everybody in the opposition is in the doghouse. So why hold it against Mamata Banerjee? It is Manik Sarkar who said, invest in the Rose Valley Chit Fund. What happened? Today is the CPM on the field. So, if I had to, it's not fair to say Mamata's image is tainted and everybody else has got a clean chit. It's not a fair argument against her.
It's interesting you mentioned Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi because I've always identified you with the Congress. Your father won from West Tripura once on a Congress seat, long-time congressman.
Right.
Do you find life a little odd, contesting or competing against the Congress? You were a Congresswoman most of your life. People will ask, why did Sushmita Dev leave the Congress in 2021? Are you regretting it at all or not?
No, my conscience is very clear, Rajdeep, because Trinamool Congress has not gone to a single state which is a Congress government. Whether it's Goa, whether it's Assam, whether it's Meghalaya, whether it's Tripura. These are states where Congress has repeatedly lost. Now look what happened in Goa. TMC didn't get votes and Congress got 11 MLAs. What happened? They all left for the BJP. So, my conscience is very clear.
Your conscience clear. Absolutely. You don't see yourself as a defector. You don't see yourself as someone who in the pursuit of power wanted to be an MP. That's why you left. Don't see yourself as that.
Listen, I have the toughest job in town, okay?
What is the toughest job in town?
Is building an organization from scratch.
Here in Tripura?
Yeah, building a vote bank from scratch. It's not been easy for me and I've stayed away from home for months. So anybody who thinks that I'm having a blast here, I'm not.
You're not having a blast here at all.
No,
what you are having is serving me some of the best Ilish I've had. I'll tell you.
You like it?
It's actually, and my mother-in-law will not like this, it's a slightly sweeter than what we get in Kolkata. There's something, I'm told the river Padma throws up the best Ilish, no? That's true partly.
Yeah.
Too good. Ilish March.
I'm amazed that you're being able to handle the bones.
I struggle with it. My wife.
Non-Bengalis are very scared of Ilish March.
I come from Goa, my friend, which is also a land of fish. We also have nice fish. In conclusion, what's going to happen though you think in Tripura? Do you really think that we could possibly have a hung assembly? Tripura has never had one in a very long time. I don't recall when. It's usually been either a left sweep or a last time BJP. Do you see it changing this time?
If you look at the past few elections, generally people of Tripura don't divide their votes. But I think in this election, it's an unholy alliance of the left and the Congress. Trinamool is a new option, but I have to admit that in some seats our organization is not very strong. So I think people of Tripura may give us a hung assembly is what I think. So where the candidates are doing well, they'll sway in that direction. But one thing is for sure, this is my assessment, I've spent 1.5 years here, people don't want the BJP. That's for sure.
People don't want the BJP.
No.
Why?
Because they've been disastrous. Think about it, Rajdeep. How often have you seen a sitting chief minister being changed? There must be some reason.
No, BJP changes sitting chief ministers, but they win as a result. We've seen it in the past. They've changed chief ministers midstream and still won.
Well, I think the mood of Tripura is against the BJP. But the rest of us have to fight hard and fight well and give them that option to vote somewhere else.
So how many seats are you going to get? How many seats is the Trinamool aiming for? 5, 10, 2?
You see,
1?
What we are expecting is to be instrumental in forming the government, a non-BJP government. And my optimistic view, I think we are in the fight in the most seats. And to be very honest, Rajdeep, after our leader comes on the 7th, Mamata Banerjee, I'll be in a better position to tell you. But I have to admit it's a tricky election. I'm not overconfident, but I'm optimistic that we'll do fairly well, better than what people are expecting.
One thing though, even if you win seats, many believe that many of those MLAs may switch over and go to the BJP after the election. It's happened in the past. people have won on Trinamool seats and then joined other parties. Do you see that happening again? Are you confident this time that life will be different, or that's the way politics is?
The people who left the Congress, joined the Trinamool, then went to the BJP and now are back to the Congress. You should be asking them that question. And I think as far as Trinamool Congress is concerned, we've made sure that we've given candidates who have been our cadre. In one or two places, fresh faces have come. But I think this defection is a bigger threat to the Congress than us. Because remember, Tripura and Bengal have a very close connect. So people of Tripura have a certain kind of allegiance to Mamata and, Trinamool Congress. People, it's just half an hour's flight away. Their children are studying there. So there's a stronger connect. But I feel if you're worried about defection, you should be asking the Congress party, not us.
One question also that troubles me, at the end of the day, let's assume there's a hung assembly. Can Mamata Banerjee ever tie up with the left? I mean, that's been her primary opponent. Who's your main enemy, BJP or the left Congress? Let's be clear on this now.
You see, it's a very valid question. And that's the reason everybody who kept asking us, are you in an alliance? Are you in an alliance? We couldn't answer that question in the affirmative because of the left. Now you're saying that will we support them? There are many kinds of support, Rajdeep. You can support a government from the outside. So those things will work.
Who's your main enemy? BJP?
Absolutely, BJP.
Not the left?
Not the left. BJP is our primary enemy here because they are the incumbent government. We came to the state to fight the BJP and oust them. And we came at a time when Congress was in a state of disarray, you know that. Many things developed after that. Yes, I admit that.
What? In conclusion, what's the best thing about living in Agartala? It's my first visit here, so I'm trying to sort of you're in a way now become a local. Silchar to Agartala. What's the best thing about being in Agartala, apart from the Ilish March?
I think Agartala is very close to my heart. Everywhere I go to campaign, people talk about my father. So it brings back those memories. And apart from that, I feel, I don't know, I don't want to say anything about Meghalaya and other states, but people have immense respect for Mamata here. I'm yet to build that brand in Assam. I'm trying, but in Tripura, somehow people feel very connected. When I do door to door, they'll say, Didi, kokon ashe, when is she coming, when is she coming?
This is the Bengali sub-nationalism at work, is it?
So, it's very heartening. Elections is a different game, I accept. But when you go to someone's house and they talk about your leader with so much of warmth and respect and your father, it's a good feeling. It's a positive feeling.
Good to hear that. As I said, you were identified with the Congress. You were All India Mahila Morcha chief. You have good feelings towards Rahul Gandhi, Bharat Jodo Yatra. You didn't think I should also go join the Yatra. I didn't see you.
I have on my own journey, which is in Tripura.
You're on your own Yatra. You're on your Tripura Jodo Yatra.
I'm on my own Yatra. And I hope, God willing, we'll succeed.
So, Mamata Banerjee has also once cooked fish for me.
Really?
In Delhi.
Didi cooks very well, I've heard.
Well, yes. She doesn't eat much herself. Yeah. And then she gave me rasgullas on one trip to Delhi. Achha. And I mentioned it on Twitter and I got trolled that you're taking rasgullas from Mamata Banerjee. So I said, I live by the old theory of Vinod Mehta, the old editor, saying if you want to take something from a politician, take something there is no evidence left. So once I've finished this meal, there's no evidence. So food is okay. Good, I enjoy food. Good. So, but Mamata di, Sushmita served me parafish. One thing I want to say, politics apart, thank you very much for this wonderful meal. I just love the fish. The meat is nice and spicy. And what more can I ask for? So thank you very much for giving me a flavor of Tripura. That's the advantage of elections on my plate. You can travel this wonderful country and get a sense of the diversity of its food. Even the Ilish in Agartala tastes different to that in Kolkata. Enjoy. Plenty more on the show.